Good morning, Year 1. So this morning for our maths, we are going to be looking at something called fact families. So we're going to be looking at some pictures of some objects and some part wholes and working out the different facts. So that could be addition facts or subtraction facts that match. So let's have a look at our first problem. So we can see some counters here, and by counting these counters in different ways, we can find 4 addition number sentences and 4 subtraction number sentences. So if we look carefully and we count the yellow counters, we can see that there are 5 yellow counters there and there are 4 red counters. So we can say that 5 add 4 equals, if we count them all together to find the total, we can see there are 9. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. So that's one addition number sentence we could write to match this group of objects. We could also swap that number sentence around, and instead of starting with the yellow counters, we could start with the red counters. So we could say 4 plus 5. So can you see how I've swapped those numbers around in that number sentence? And they still equal the same number. So they're still equal to 9. So straight away, 2 addition number sentences. We can also write some subtraction number sentences. So if we count them all together, we know we have 9. So a subtraction number sentence always starts with the largest number. So we could say 9. And if we were to subtract, if we were to take away those yellow counters, if we were to take away 5, we would be left with 4. So we can say 9 subtract 5 equals 4. We could start with our 9 again, and this time we could subtract the red counters, so we could take away 4, and then we would be left with 5. So now we can see we've got 4 different number sentences, 2 additions and 2 subtractions. We can also then swap the whole number sentence around. So instead of writing 5 plus 4 is equal to 9, if we start with our total, we start with our whole, we can say that 9 is equal to 5 add 4. So we've swapped that whole number sentence around. So if we have a look at the next one, instead of writing 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, we can start with our whole, we can start with our 9, so 9 is equal to 4 plus 5. Then again, exactly the same with our subtraction number sentences. This time, 9 take away 5 is equal to 4, so we can start with our 4, so 4 is equal to 9 take away 5. So we've just swapped how we're writing those number sentences around. And at the bottom then, so instead of 9 take away 5 is equal to 5, 9 take away 4 is equal to 5, we can say that 5 is equal to 9 take away 4. Okay, let's try another one then. So a different group of objects this time, but we can still write 8 different number sentences. So let's start with our additions. So count them carefully. How many red? How many yellow? What 2 addition number sentences could we write with our 2 parts first? Have a little think. And let's have a look at the answer. So we can write 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So 4 yellow ones plus 2 red ones, we count them all together, we have 6. And the other addition number sentence we could write is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So we've just swapped those 2 parts around. So let's have a look at our subtraction number sentences then. So remember, a subtraction number sentence, we start with our whole. So how many do we have all together? What could we subtract? And what would we be left with? So see if you can work out the 2 subtraction number sentences. You might want to pause the screen for a little bit to have a think. And let's have a look at the answers. So we'll start with 6. That's how many counters we have all together. So we could have 6 and we could subtract 4. We could take away those yellow counters and we would be left with 2. And the other subtraction we could write would be 6 subtract 2 equals 4. Okay, well done. So now we've got 2 additions and 2 subtractions. Let's see if we can write them in a different way, if we can swap that whole number sentence around. So let's have a look at this one. How can we swap it around? 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. What would that look like if we swap that whole number sentence around? Have a little think. And let's have a look at the answer. So it would be 6 equals 4 plus 2. Well done if you said that. Let's have a look at the next one. So here we've got 2 plus 4 equals 6. So what number will go here? What's our whole and what will it be equal to? Have a look, have a think. And let's look at the answer. So we would have 6 again. 6 is equal to 2 plus 4. Well done if you said that. Okay, and then we're going to look at our subtraction one. So these are a little bit more tricky. So remember, all we're doing is swapping the whole number sentence around. So instead of having 6 take away 4 is equal to 2, we're swapping where they are in the number sentence. So which number will go here? Something is equal to something take away something else. So have a little think. What would this number sentence look like? Let's have a look at the answer. So 2 is equal to 6 take away 4. Fantastic. So we've just swapped that number sentence around. So now let's have a look at the bottom one. This side we've got 6 take away 2 is equal to 4. So here we will have a little think. And let's have a look at the answer. 4 is equal to 6 take away 2. Well done, fantastic. Okay, now we're going to have a look at a part whole. So we can create 8 number sentences just the same by looking at part whole. So have a look at our 2 parts, have a look at our whole. Let's have a think what addition number sentences we could write. So what 2 numbers are adding together to make our whole, and which 2 different number sentences could we write? So you might want to pause the screen and have a little think. And let's have a look what we could write. So we could write a number sentence 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Our 2 parts add together to make our whole. Or we could swap those 2 parts around and write 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Great. So now let's think about our subtraction number sentences. So remember, in a subtraction, we always start with the whole and we take away a part. So have a little think, what 2 subtraction number sentences could we write? And let's have a look at our answer. So we're going to start with 7, our whole, and we could subtract 2. If we take away this part, we will be left with the other part. Remember the subtractions we practiced last week when we were breaking apart our number into 2 parts? So 7 take away 2 equals 5, and the other subtraction we could write would be 7 take away 5, take away the other part, it equals 2. Okay, so now the tricky part, we're going to see if we can swap all of these number sentences around to create 4 new number sentences. So instead of 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, how could we swap that whole number sentence around to write it in a different way? Have a little think. And let's have a look. So we could write 7 is equal to 2 plus 5. Well done if you said that. Let's have a look at the next one. So here we've got 5 plus 2 equals 7. So if we were to swap that whole number sentence around, we would get 7 is equal to 5 plus 2. Well done. And then our subtraction number sentences. So remember, we're swapping the whole number sentence around. Have a little look at this one. How could we write it in a different way? Let's have a look. So we've got 5 is equal to 7 take away 2. Great. And the last one then, here we've got 7 take away 5 equals 2. So we can swap that around and we could write 2 equals 7 take away 5. Well done. So here is a part whole that isn't complete. So the first thing we need to do to solve this problem is work out what part is missing. So 6 is our whole, 2 is one part. What would be the missing number in this part? So have a little think. You might want to do a subtraction. So 6, we need to take away our 2 or split our number. And if we take 2, what will be the numbers left? Let's have a look. 4, fantastic. So the first problem we've solved, we found that missing part, and then exactly the same as we've just done, we can work out our 8 number facts, our 8 number sentences. So I want you to pause the screen and I want you to see if you can work out what all 8 number sentences are. So just like we've done, work out the 2 additions first, then work out the 2 subtractions, and then use those to see if you can swap them around and work out the other 4 number sentences. So off you go. Okay, so how did you get on? Let's have a look and see if you managed to find all these number sentences. So the 2 additions, we should have 4 plus 2 equals 6. And then if we swap those parts around, we can also write that 2 plus 4 equals 6. Then our subtractions, so remember we start with our whole, so we should have had 6 take away 4 equals 2, and 6 take away 2 equals 4. Fantastic. Then let's have a look at how we can write them, swapping them around entirely. So the top one, 6 equals 4 plus 2, and we should have also had 6 equals 2 plus 4. Well done if you found those. And then let's look at our last 2 subtraction number sentences. So you should have had 2 equals 6 take away 4, and 4 equals 6 take away 2. Well done if you managed to find all of those number sentences. Fantastic. So your last task for today is to have a look at these number cards, choose one and see if you can create your own fact family. So 8 different number sentences, so 4 addition number sentences and 4 subtraction number sentences. So you could choose a picture of one of the counters or you could choose one of the part wholes. It's up to you. Okay, and we look forward to seeing some of your photographs of your fact families. Okay, bye everybody.